Welcome back to UnCloned 10. My name is Audria Richmond and I am your Marketing and Launch Strategist. I'd like to welcome you back to celebrating 10 years with me, and I really do hope you have been enjoying this series if you are returning. But if this is your first time and you're like, oh my God, this is part 6. I missed the first 5 parts. How do I get this stuff? All you gotta do is click the link in the description section wherever you may be finding or watching this video, and let's jump right in. So in this video, I want to talk about how being too early for profit is sometimes you can be too early for profit. Like you may be thinking, okay, what are you talking about? So according to my StrengthsFinders test, I am futuristic, meaning I am that girl who would think about the future all day, every day. Ask my husband, he will tell you. So I'm always like, hey, what would this be like? Well, what if you could do things like this? Or what would happen if my client tried this thing? And, I'm that like person that's already doing that. So a couple years ago, my husband and I started a company called Juice Me Baby. It was a juicing company, a cold press juicing business where we would create juices and send them to people and be off to the races, right? And one thing that we did when we started this juicing business, like we were ahead of our time. Like we was like the first of 5 juicing businesses, and was probably even less than that at the time when we started the juicing business. And we just knew for a fact that Juice Me Baby was going to be the lit. But this is where not really doing your research and really not doing your due diligence can go wrong. So one of the things that we noticed was that it's 2 things that we didn't factor in. Number one, the good thing is we were a part of this health options, this health movement. But the bad thing is no one really wanted to be healthy or pay $8 for juice. Now, here I am living in Atlanta at this time of the recording of this video in 2018, and people pay that like nothing. But in Memphis, it just didn't seem right. People would always haggle us on our prices. We had some customers. We had some Juice Me Baby fans. And so if you're watching this video, you probably like, my juice was lit if you were a part of that. But, it was just not sustainable. And we really couldn't scale the business how we wanted to do it. But we were ahead of our time. Now, if we was to take Juice Me Baby today and relaunch that joint, which we do have some plans around doing that. If we relaunch that right now today, it would do well. Because people know what juicing is, people know what juicing business is, people know where they can go and find cold pressed juice. It's now a part of our language. But at the time when we created Juice Me Baby, people didn't know what a juicer was. People didn't know how to make juice and like what's the purpose of juice and what's the benefits of healthy juice and why I gotta give you this much money for juice that I could quote unquote do at the house. And really people at the time didn't really understand where we was at. So sometimes you can be too early for profit. So the lesson here is sometimes you will be ahead of your time, and it's okay. To minimize risk, do your research and start small as possible. Get you a proven concept and then blow it out bigger. If I could like go back into hands of times and like relaunch Juice Me Baby, we would have launched with probably about 2 juices, and we would have just like killed the town, just going back and forth, like really putting the juice out there in a big way. And I feel like we started too big. We was ahead of our time. We had this really good juice, this really good business model. But again, we didn't know marketing. That's another thing. And so you got to come back tomorrow to watch part 7, because I'm going to talk about when the perfect knowledge is just too late. So I'll see you tomorrow in part 7. I really do hope you have been enjoying this 10-part video series. We are almost completed. If this is your first time watching this series, again, if you want to go back and watch the previous videos and get caught up, make sure you click the link in the description of this video. And if you have been following us, I will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Audria Richmond. Peace out.